Hey everybody, welcome to week 3. So you've gotten through the first full week of class last week into the second full week, which is technically week 3. But I want to say something first before we get into this week's information about last week. I think you did a really good job. The discussion board in particular, I think you did a really good job. It's a fun one. I think it's interesting. It's one that really does hit home for a lot of us. So I think for many students, it's easy to write about. And it's an opportunity for you to really kind of post your own thoughts, your own opinions, and build on your classmates' thoughts and opinions as well. So what I saw was really good. I'm impressed. So what I hope is that we can build on that and continue to have some really good, fruitful discussions going forward. Now, you'll see that I do have a video in this week's discussion board, and I talk more specifically there about what we're going to be doing in that discussion board. So I might not say as much in terms of detail in this video, but I do want to just mention a couple things. We are talking about Outlook in particular, so this is the week we are talking about email. And while we are going over some of the things that Outlook offers in terms of features, what I'm really interested in is to see how Outlook is going to fit into your own career, to see how Outlook is going to fit into your own life. And this really gets to the core issue, for me at least, and that is proper use of email. Whether it's Outlook or Yahoo or Gmail or whatever else, proper use. So we're going to talk about things like email etiquette. Specifically, we'll ask questions like, okay, why do you need to use proper grammar, proper punctuation when you're sending emails at work? It seems like kind of one of those duh kinds of ideas, but it really is important. And let me tell you, I see this with students and student correspondents with me all the time. It's students who really don't even realize that proper punctuation, proper grammar is important. Think about this. If I'm your boss, not just your teacher, but I'm your boss, and you send me an email about, and it doesn't really matter what it is, but some sort of work-related thing, but it's riddled with errors, or it looks like you texted it to me on your phone. You know, you have kind of that texting shorthand where you might say LOL, or you might say you are instead of YOUR or something, or you might not capitalize anything, including the personal pronoun I. Now, as your boss, how am I supposed to think about this? If we're talking about professional emails, things that are going to go out to clients, or things that are going to go out to prospective buyers or clients or whatever we might be talking about, doctors, lawyers, whatever, am I going to feel comfortable with how you're sending your emails? No, I'm not. But many people don't even realize it, because I think we get tied into this notion that texting is really all that matters. We're so comfortable with that we don't really think about any other possible ways of sending out correspondence, and we don't really think about that distinction between kind of personal and professional. So this week we're going to be talking a lot about that. So yes, you will be talking and learning about kind of the ins and outs of Outlook, especially in the lecture. So please get into there if you haven't already, and really start to better understand it, because it has a lot to offer. This is not just sending and receiving emails. This is organizing your day. This is to-do lists, all sorts of really cool stuff. Skype, doing Skype for business online, all sorts of great stuff that Outlook offers. But I want you to always keep in your mind, at the forefront of your mind, proper use, email etiquette. So I'll be posting little articles in some of your discussion board posts that kind of prompt you to think differently about email etiquette, or I might put up some tutorials or something like that, just to kind of get your mind, those juices flowing, so you can better understand and better contemplate things like the proper use of email. So what else do we have this week? Well, we've got the discussion board, as we always do. We also have another reflection. This is on Outlook, and so tied with that Outlook reflection is a short kind of scenario. It will take you all of 5 minutes, but that kind of sets the groundwork for what the reflection is going to be about. So we've got the discussion board, we've got the reflection, then we have something called the check-in. The check-in this is week 3. These terms go very fast. This is where you can write to me and say, how are you doing? Are things going well? Are you worried about things? Is there anything that I can do that might help you out? So please, if there's something that you feel you haven't gotten from me yet, or you're concerned about, or you want to send me kind of a personal note about something that is concerning to you, use the check-in. Nobody else sees it but me. So those are the three things you're going to be working on this week. We're kind of easing our way in. We're just talking about email, so it's not going to be too heavy a week. But really, if it's not too heavy a week and there's not a lot of work, make sure the work you're doing is really, really good. Follow those rubrics. Make sure you're really posting on point and you're reflecting on point and you're not kind of going off on a rabbit trail or anything like that. And as always, folks, I'm very much looking forward to the work you're going to provide. Thanks.